Heroic. It's obviously about the rebuild and the climb. They've still got the core of Susp, Nilo, and Crizzen. Obviously, for them, the goal is making the major. What are we looking at here, boys? Just taking their time, hoping to get some U2 out of Astralis. Spoke about Susp's individual form. Whilst we've got time, I will say that Crizzen has been brilliant on an individual level. When you compare the firepower between him and Hooksy, it's night and day. Which is really cool to see, because Crizzen, I think, suffered a little bit when he first joined this Heroic project for individual plays. Just because he was trying to just manage everything. Now he's got more of a structure, which is pretty decent. This is a cleanup. As you'd expect, it's just Glocks. As Astralis claiming all of the kills. No money to be made on that MP9, but that's fine, because they get off to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Fuzi gets to make some bank, though, for the future op. So that's happy days.
Oh, wow. Gentlemates are beating Valjaki 10-0 on Nuke.
Wow. That's how the series is playing out. Logan looks for the fight. Smoke lands in his face, so he won't get that opportunity. Alright, take this first gun round to go through the motions. See default, just get the control in towards short. Astralis playing a slightly heavier lean towards B. Part of that's just to stare having an MP9. So it's a slight gamble that we'll see if it actually pays off. Crizzen is making moves up short, but still plenty of time to choose a destination.
All right, so 2 players here on long. Fuzi trying to block 11-1 for Gentlemates. That's on Valjaki's bread and butter pick of Nuke as well. So that's fantastic for them. Fuzi just on the cusp of this smoke, hoping to find more. It looks like Crizzen will be dropping down, and Fuzi can't grab anything. Hooksy now left all alone, but can't maintain the spray. It's Susp with the double opener, and surely that's Heroic with the round.
Berlin with a single point of HP. Astralis with the MP9, they bring it over. They end up stacking the B bomb site, hoping it's going to be the mid to B or a split, but they get that gamble incorrect. I'm just not finding anything from these players on A. The utility was actually really light when that came through, you know, like there's not a flashbang there for Hooksy to set up. Fuzi kind of just felt like each of them were just taking those individual swings, and it's simple enough with the pack to deal with that. Nice and clean for Heroic to get there first.
Terrorists win.
I love that call because it is just so simple. You get all the space, and you think, there's not really blocks with too much utility. There's not been the smoke in. There's not really been too much block utility put forward by Astralis. So you've got an opening. Fuzi just on the edge, isolated. Hooksy on site, isolated. And there isn't that third player out there for Astralis. Fuzi will have an AWP, but it comes at a very big cost to his glass cannon. Limited utility. Thank you as always to Lorgar for providing the PCs for the main event at StarSeries. As Hooksy gets flashed through, it somewhat works. He goes 1 for 1 in the weirdest way.
Kill does come through, I guess. So a lot of control taken, but Heroic still have these bodies over in B tunnels. Feels like they're gonna move back this way, and this little pause, that smoke thrown at the cross, that's drawn all the eyes over. Fuzi moved over for a moment. But Snare gets flashed through, doesn't see anything. We're still completely isolated here on B, but Fuzi isn't far behind.
You really just want Fuzi to take contact here, but Ryu is in a really precarious position because if a molly just flies over to him, which it will, I mean, that's going to flush him out. He'll just stand and try and bang. How about that? A double kill. Eventually, he'll be put on the barbecue, but he's done more than enough. Fuzi buying time, throwing the nades up top. Comes another player, but not even required. The HE does the damage. I love that decision out of Ryu. Fair play to him. He just stands and fights.
Not much else he can do, and especially it's helped out by Fuzi taking the contact. He fires off that first shot with the AWP before Ryu even reveals himself. Lovely nade to get that final frag. Just felt a little too obvious what was going on there. Nothing shown towards long after that smoke gets thrown. Astralis peek ahead of it. They see nothing. Like, all right, well, nothing's coming. Let's just move pieces back and have everyone ready for this.
It's a very measured approach on the CT side for Astralis. It's very much just welcoming the pressure in and then reacting and dealing with it, hoping that your crossfires are good enough. In comes the trade of the mollies in towards short, we've become incredibly accustomed to through watching Dust 2 at the pro level. You can see maintaining ground over towards the mid doors, and again, beautiful block smoke just as the mid to B comes in. His attention preoccupied, but Crizant not necessarily certain on where the final destination is going to be. 1 minute left. As Hooksy slides in close, he's hoping for info, and he might find out the hard way.
Still being thrown, but I just haven't got to commit around this bomb. Not cleared. Bomb dropped. Hooksy can't make it too. Sus gets that trade, and now they're just going to commit off it. Yabby has the position, swings on outstead, just spams one through. Nilo doesn't get a chance to play the round, and this one just gets collapsed upon. Again, Astralis know exactly what's happening.
Yeah, this is really good prep work being put in. That's where you got to give credit to the one background piece that hasn't changed yet, Mighty Max. Analyst for Astralis, and they set them up really well here. Like, Heroic's positioning and framework in all of these rounds so far has just been incredibly slow default, going through the motions. I mean, I know that there's not much variety you can really do on Dust 2 when it comes to a mid default, but they could incorporate a little bit of a different opening. Like, go for your default, but add in, like, look, we want to take long control first, and then we go for this mid control. We'd like to take all the tunnels and drop a lurk smoke in and then go back to it. At least keep some of the defenders interested. The reactions, the protocols for Astralis have been incredibly solid right now. It just feels like there's no way in ever. Yabby, spotted. But Ryu, waiting patiently, and he's not going to swing. He's going to wait for Yabby to take that contact first. All of Heroic then regroup, reassess, and this is something that I was talking about, right? So you've shown space. Been naded, sure, but you've shown space in towards B. Now you're going for that mid default. Fuzi moves over. As they try and ascend in towards short by pushing Stair off the angle. And now what? Want to go back into mid to B? So it feels like they're overcooking a lot here, Heroic. Especially in a round where they don't have much.
And you just got to hope the Eagle starts to connect there. He's in the open. And, well, we'll see what happens to him. Fuzi gets his. Well, 2 plays out towards long. They've been able to get this bomb down. Sus peeks out. Fuzi holding for that. Frog actually get the bomb down with just the Deagles, and maybe they can make it a little bit better. Another play steps through. Ryu not going to fall foul the same way. Hooksy helping out. And it's another from Brolin. So they make it costly. They get the bomb down. It's an all right round in the end from Heroic.
It is, but it's also a very good retake for Astralis. I mean, Yabby gets caught by himself, but it's the delayed reaction out of Ryu that then takes all the attention over to get Hooksy around the corner in from CT. And I love that Fuzi's just holding one direct line. He's like, okay, I will hold this line whilst the riflers work, and then he can start closing down the space, holding the deeper angle to that left-hand side, making it really difficult, and they're just containing Heroic. They're not allowing Heroic to get deep space off of the bomb site. It's more about just swarming them and overwhelming them as a unit, which they eventually get done. It's a smart retake from a situation that felt a little bit stressful in the moment, but Heroic just couldn't really go anywhere, and that was the biggest issue. So 5-1, your money's still okay, so an AWP can always be repurchased if things go wrong for Fuzi, but so I've got his individual form. He started off very strong, as you'd expect for an AWPer to do on Dust 2. Martinez, normally, it is the guy you look to on Heroic. He currently has got a goose egg next to his name. Maybe this first round of the AWP can change things. Fuzi has a go. He can't collect. And this is a lot more direct out of Heroic.
Yes, the full commitment. Every single player, there's no lurk. Kristen will now move back to fulfill that role. Martinez goes searching. So these two AWPs are going to be taking a look for each other over the edge of the smoke. Who best who? It's Martinez. Gets his first frag, and it's an impactful one. He's going to start to scale off it already ahead of this smoke. I don't think you have any idea. Sus blinded, gets the frag. AT goes over the top stair, trying to step in. Player advantage. Flames everywhere. Stair getting harassed in. Now forced back. Still holding his ground and keeping them at bay. That spam almost takes another, but here comes that lurk. Stairs on the sidearm. Still gets a headshot. But this is looking like it's all picked apart. Gabby can manage one. But the direct approach from Heroic finds success.
Yeah, and look, you've got that lurking at short. And I was really worried for Heroic in that round, because even though they had the space over at long, they were really taking their time. They were allowing a lot of repositions to come in for Astralis, but they were really hoping for the backstab out of Crizzen. And it does work. You're allowing Astralis to feel comfortable in terms of short not being a threat. It felt very one-dimensional, but they did have that extra sprinkle of that lurk element. The utility as well, on towards the site as they're scaling, really forcing those riflers back out of Astralis, making Stair feel really uncomfortable, for example. Yabi's only able to get a kill. That's a much better look out of Heroic.
Terrorists win.
Brilliant pick from Martinez. Impact as soon as that AWP comes into the field. Great confidence rounds, and gets even better. Martinez with the pick onto Yabi on the cross. He drops the incendiary, just in case they want to try and pounce on his bomb side as the solo player.
At least that wasn't Fuzi. But you're right, they get really good info. Yabi fall in there. You know that there has to be a rotation over towards B if you're Heroic. Or it's going to be Fuzi just situating himself in towards the middle of the map, trying to get a kill back. They will gamble this, Astralis. They'll say, okay, we think that you think that we're going to rotate. Ryu might start to get active. Short play coming in, block smoke. Effective, but actually maybe not. Heroic just going to look to burst through. Stair to be tested alongside Hooksy. It's an overwhelm of players in towards the catwalk here for Heroic. But the spam is brilliant out of Hooksy and Stair. So much damage being done. 3 versus 3. They can't get the space. And now the jump up out of Fuzi. Surely is being held. Or at least accounted for. Or maybe not. Fuzi able to find Martinez. Where's the bomb in all of this? Does it drop down? No, not quite. So Nilo can scoop. Ryu's already making his way around the world. These defenders are separated. Roland's trying to consider every possibility. You want to be ready for how quick Ryu truly is. As he makes his move, instant headshot onto Brolin. Nilo just hides. Tries to wait behind this smoke. He's trying to isolate the kills. It's going to be difficult, especially with the reposition. Out of Ryu. First headshot, brilliant. And he spotted the shoulder as well of Fuzi. Molly to force him back rather than forward. There's no kit. Fuzi maybe running out of options. Nilo in the open. Headshot collected. How about that for a clutch?
Brilliant for Nilo to recover a round that was quickly getting away from them. That's a 5-on-4 after that opening pick. And the two players on side, Hooksy and Stare, they deliver. They're caught off guard by that too. The nade drops in and then a flashbang from Hooksy, and between the two of them, they manage to keep them at bay. There's that opening pick. This is an insane move from Fuzi too. But Nilo, sharp as attack. That has really done a number on the money. It is in Hero AWP. Who had the spawn. So he took the pick, but you see Fuzi's just waiting for that to be given back to him.
They're coming back, Valjaki. It was 11-1 and now it's 11-7. Not another one. Not another 11-1 comeback. I've seen too many of those in 24 hours.
Well, there won't be much coming back into this round.
No, not at all. You just got to save. This is just a freebie. Or free A, I suppose. And Heroic will make it within one round of Astralis. And this is a really nice resurgence because they were really struggling to really find anything. But the last few rounds have been really concise, very simple calling out of Crizzen. That's despite the previous round as well. Like Hooksy and Stare getting so much damage, just not landing the kills.
A lot of this comes from the ramifications of the round of the Deagles. That's Rogue onto 4. I'm going to hunt down this AWP.
Terrorists win.
About as easy a round as you'll get if you're Heroic. We watched Astralis first focus in the earlier stages of this qualifier. There was only 5 CT rounds in total posted by Astralis. So you do one better here.
Well-timed smoke. Heroic really thinking about pushing the envelope onto that B bomb site, but Ryu will block them. Yabi's now moved over. Martinez, who has had 2 opening kills so far, makes it a 3rd. Uzi scopes on the angle. It's a delicate little adoption from Martinez. Fuzi's head will roll. That was the saved AWP from the previous, not finding too much effect. And yet again, Crizzen thinks, this short smoke might provide an opportunity. They burst through it previously. Doesn't happen in round 10. Stare that creeps close instead, but he has no support.
Who's he going to throw some utility to help him? And Sentry lands ahead. He's got the flashbang. This is the play for Astralis. Stare set up by this flash. It comes out and it's a lot of blind players, but it's only the 1 kill. A headshot comes in. Abby spots one with that AWP. And Hooksy tries to play ahead. Can't get it done. And with that, it's got to be the back out. It's got to be the save of these weapons. Maybe the scoop of that AWP. But even that's denied. It's simple from Heroic, but it's effective.
Yeah, and they're actually, I think, really appreciating and giving a lot of respect to Astralis, but they're being a lot more reactive in the moment. What I mean by that is, look, you've seen the flashbang come over from Hooksy to set up Stare. There are a couple of players playing anti-flash. Stare's only good for the 1 kill. And as soon as they take that contact, they know that the flashbang was thrown from deep. So they go, okay, right, we've got space immediately on catwalk. They've got the players to overwhelm. Yabi will get some nice exit kills. It's important for Astralis to hold on to these rifles, but it's being aware of what's happening in the moment and then reacting on it. Really good mid-rounding from Crizzen. And I like the fact that Heroic, they're anticipating things and they're ready to go. Because it's one thing knowing what's going to happen and what you need to do as a reaction. It's another thing actually doing it in the moment when it requires you to. Because if Hooksy's able to get out of there and reposition, then the rotates come over. It's a completely different story. But instead, it is one player jumping into CT, just trying to block coverage in case there's that spare man deep long. And it's Heroic running through the catwalk and just isolating the kill onto Hooksy. It's really well handled. They've really rebuilt themselves into this T-half.
Gentlemates were able to close out first. Valsaki on Nuke. That one moves to the second map shortly. It's a half buy from Astralis. Heroic, we've got a really good opportunity to potentially end this 7-5. Still these two rifles that can be a threat. Heroic group up outside B initially. The right move to make is a heavy hold on A. Might end up just being a split. Just got to make sure they show some face across the map. And Brilliant's going to come over. This is most certainly a B finish.
And where they've been hammering home this A bomb site, and where the money is the way it is for Astralis, they're now just gambling that it will be that play. This is nice out of Kristen as well, just dropping the utility. That's further going to cement the ideas for Astralis that, hey, we've gambled correctly. Ryu's not even on the site. Despite being 8-2, he's just outside holding mid doors because you don't have info of that either if you're Astralis. Mid towards B they go. Ryu gets a free kill, but the trade immediate from Brolin. That'll be the white flag being waved for Astralis into this one, and Heroic are about to take the lead.
I don't mind Hooksy just going to the search. Same with basically everyone except for Gabby. He probably wants to pick the M4. Especially because he can drop an AWP. You won't be having one otherwise. It's looking very good from Heroic. Especially considering no pistol round. They've been really winning out the majority of these gun rounds.
Terrorists win.
For Astralis, it's kind of felt pretty static on this CT side. They've just been happy to kind of hold back their lines. We're not seeing any sort of play towards short, any boost ups from the AWP. When Fuzi goes searching, it's through the mid doors or, you know, taking a spawn at long.
Hang on. I like the Martinez on his head as well to try and punish the Fuzi peak. Doesn't happen. I respect it. I hope there's another gun to spawn for him. There is. Okay, cool. Imagine if he's just on an auto sniper for the whole round.
Taking advantage of the economy. Taking some damage. Seen it work.
You're right though. Like it has felt like Astralis, like the entire game plan hasn't been to pressure Heroic. It's almost been inviting pressure onto them. Uzi now needs to block with utility, but Prison was thinking about getting ahead of it. It's a fairly standard setup here for Astralis with a couple of players over towards B. Heroic should be counting smokes because there aren't any left. Excuse me, one on stair. And that's it. Hooksy's got long. But then Fuzi moves over as well. That's a little bit confusing. What are we expecting here, boys?
I really think this is going to be the A split. But we can see this is B. It's straight up. That is the only way this is going. Grizzon's going to do some util on short, just keeping some interest, but this is just straight out through tunnels. And look at the focus this is drawn. They're expecting this to be the split, but no, it's just straight out on B. And they've just walked in for free. No one here to contest. Fighting ahead of the smoke. Yabby does get that first frag.
Ryu, he bursts through. That's really nice between him and Yabby. Stairs also dealt with Crizzen on the lurk.
Bomb.
So it is, yeah, this player disadvantage. There's no time, is there? Oh, just about. Martinez hits the shot on Hooksy. 2 versus 2. Stairs only on 2 HP. So this retake actually could be a disaster. Yeah, Martinez has just found Stair through the doors. So it's up to Fuzi. He hasn't got his weapon of choice. M4 over the top. No utility. Has to deal with Martinez. But now the steps have also been heard. Surely Sus will hit the headshot and lock things in. It's close for Astralis, but not enough. Heroic take the lead.
Cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Hey, legends don't die anyway. I was working on a play today. Body bags covered away. I paved, zipped up like a bathing ape. How many of us then came and stayed? Not too many. I've been staying awake to get it and get right on every mistake. I give them a bite, they taking a plate. It's all been a feeling that I couldn't shake. So I just keep killing till I'm at the gates. We straight, we treat them like worms in a lake. They bake, just give me a drum and a bass. I skate and grind till I'm numb in the face, okay? Don't fuck up my day. Don't talk about clutch, I got ice in my veins. I'm coated in Trey, I stick to the code. I'm glitching the game. I do anything for the win at the end of the day. I gotta cut to the chase. Everyone give me some space. Don't fall out, we fall into place. Every step walking with grace, amen. Keeping my foot off the brakes. Impact, I'm ready to brace. We fall down and land on our face. Just to get up and finally escape. Wait, boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anyways. Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. They live through the story they made, okay? Boom, boom. Baby, I'm trying to get paid. Legends don't die in a grave. Legends don't die anywhere.
Straight into the action, guys, is it's straight into A for Astralis. It has not worked out well at all. Fuzi tries to pry it back. Hooksy left alone, and well, we didn't see how it began, but we see how it ends. Heroic with the pistol.
Yeah, very convincing and very clean. A scale, loves it. Up towards long. But Martinez hits that double. Said that he was being quite quiet. It was Fuzi that was being really loud. How the tables have turned. Full eco, no bomb plant for Astralis. Really impressed what we're getting out of Heroic.
Yeah, we're just a bit slow to start, but now they've arrived, it's been very convincing. It's not like it's just like one player fragging up a storm. It just really feels like a team effort. Like Crizzen's just rocking the Glock with armor. Drop an ult to Martinez. Uh-oh. Maybe I don't like that. It's a little bit scary. Okay, he's just going to Glock them. His Glock hits a bit harder. Bomb does go down.
Okay, Crizzen.
Well, he gets his ult money for Martinez for sure.
Yeah, you spoke about Heroic like, waking up, right? This was 5-1. The scoreline was 5-1, and now Heroic have won 8 rounds in a row. I can't believe he gets free with the Glock. Fair play, Crescent. There's an ult for Martinez. There definitely will not be one for Fuzi unless he wants to make a lot of sacrifice. We've already seen him actually go glass cannon before. If he gets an AWP in this one, there'll be no utility for him. So, okay. We'll decide to make that move. Thank you to Lorgar, as always, the official PC partners at StarSeries. Fuzi doesn't fire off a shot in towards the mid doors. Martinez, look, instantly. Look at what you're saying about that first half for Astralis. No aggressive peaks in towards short. Martinez is doing it immediately.
That's been spotted. Oh, and that's a dispatch. Hooksy, ready for that. Ryu punishes stuff, getting tricky, and, well, Nilo. It's Hooksy trying to walk through a smoke, but it doesn't come easily. Look at the space on B being taken. Ryu just walks on through. He's going to drop the smoke, and Molly just to let them know that this isn't a free bomb site. Brolin? He's in the back lines. Did he hear this?
No.
Oh my god, he's ahead of it. Can he make it two? Not quite. And now Martinez looked to be the hero, but at the same time, Nilo falls. Astralis get their first T round.
Yeah, much better result for Astralis there. Scary for Brolin as he makes his way in towards the site. Maybe could have been that fly in the ointment for Astralis, but no. Trades and media. I love that Fusi is just always holding one angle. Just to punish Martinez, who nearly was on the line. Money, hilariously, a bit limited for Crizzen. After he only had a Glock, he's now down to an MP9. Heroic, it looks like they've taken all of the long control. Martinez ready for B, but can't hit the shot. But that's really good info for Astralis. You know exactly where this sniper is now.
And drop the lurk smoke as well. Fall back to play off and execute, but that's not coming. Astralis happy with the scare they put on early. Molly to force Crizzen back. Bait out this last smoke. You can see Crizzen really doesn't want to dispense this utility until he absolutely has to. Mid to B would be a very good call. It's only sus in towards middle, and then this AWP from Martinez.
Oh. Can he see over the top of it? Shadow spotted for Ryu? Not quite. Looking to make a play. Brilliant timing onto Martinez. Hooksy's also dealt with sus. Mid to B is on, but I'm loving this out of Crizzen. The drop down, the swing, brilliant. Fuzi hits the no-scope. So it's still the player advantage, but you still have to get the bomb over. So Fuzi will drop the incendiary, start running, hightailing it towards this B bomb site. Nilo wants to try and get ahead of the curve. He's here with Brolin. If they can deny this bomb on the cross, that's the way in. Flashbang over. Everyone's blinded. And whilst Fuzi did get denied, it's the other players of Astralis that go and take the fights directly. They are able to make things happen, but my goodness me, that was close.
Poor Fuzi bails them out of that one, and he gets that kill on Crizzen and gets out. But it's a flashbang that's everything. You can see they're waiting in towards window to swing. Straight through the doors. And sure, Fuzi goes down, but it's that swing that comes through each kill instant. Really feel like that round was already done with how it initially played out. Committing through the mid to B, though, ended up being very costly with Crizzen's flank. But we get closer and closer.
Love the initiative out of Astralis there, because they understand that it can go wrong if that bomb is dealt with on the cross. So they flash forward, they take those swings, they guarantee the round win the hard way, just by getting the kills. Brilliant timing as well out of Rio, it's got to be said, on finding Martinez. That's what that lurk smoke is designed to do. Just pop out when your opponents least expect it. It's nice to see Astralis not bending and breaking. Back-to-back gun rounds now. That's the money completely gone as well for Heroic.
Just having a glance at HLTV to see if that other game had kicked off, and I saw that Liquid vs Vitality at Liquid's debut with JT. Female Vitality on map 1 in that? That's kind of crazy. I see you've literally just sent me that link. You've also glanced at it. That's really cool. I think Yoko is such a good AWPer to pair with JT. I think I had this conversation with you the other day, didn't I? I just think it really works well.
We said that the other day, didn't we? Like the hulls at comparison. Oh, hello.
Yo.
Tell you what, if Astralis are able to take Dust 2 off of Heroic, you definitely see them winning this series in 2. I think it rests a lot on Heroic to have Dust 2 just in their pocket because of how good Astralis have been on Ancient recently, how good Stare is on that map. Stay Cods still with Heroic right now. In fact, somewhat heavily favouring them. Astralis have now broken the economy, and unless there's a significant blunder in round 17, this is about to be a one-round game.
Oh, great, it was already in the air. Resin gets one, but yeah, this will be one round. Anything to say? Trying, but not much going on there. Simple stuff against the Eco, and yeah, one round between these two teams. Astralis starting to feel themselves a little bit more.
Stay hydrated. Makes sense for the timeout to come in as well here for Doto. You understand how much of an important round this is. Let's see if Martinez will have an AWP as well. And how aggressive Heroic want to get. Already seen Martinez have a couple of peaks. I think you mentioned the idea of Astralis being static on that CT side, which I do agree with. I would say in the mid-round, Heroic have been pretty static as well. It's been like an MP9 for Crism making like a hero play, dive down through the mid-doors. It's been the only sign of real aggression you've got in the mid-rounds for Heroic on the CT side. Martinez, no AWP, just a rifle. A reminder, we are giving away 8 gaming mice here at StarSeries, courtesy of ATK Gear. You click on the banner, you get the full details to try and win one of the 8 mice.
Rogue not taking any risks in this round. No forward positions. No AWP either. So going to be relying on their side holds. Nido does see a little bit of something on that fall back. It's going to be onto Astralis to the initiative here.
Oh, nice nade.
He's got another one where that one came from. But a little bit worried about this mid crawl, and right to be so. Smoke comes in.
Oh, it's too
Counter
late.
Smoke. Not going to do anything. A break? No, they're already through. It's going to come too late, maybe, or maybe just in time. Nilo gets his, trying to make it more, and Nilo playing in towards the window. Gets 2 frags. That's the bomb. Drop 2. Couldn't make it through. try and get something back, but so many bodies to deal with. And you can't get this bomb. There's so many players here. Ryu just gets Pepe trying to peek out. Fuzi, desperate shot through the door, but time just not here now. 10 seconds. You want to make sure you don't lose these guns after time. Will Heroic actually make the decision to swing here and try and steal them away?
They should.
Their money's not great either. Don't want to risk it. But yeah, I would have rated it.
Yeah, same. If they had a flashbang, I think that's a different story. Spoke about Heroic and Crizzen and the call-in the mid-round where they get ready to go and they react to what's happening. This is another clear example of it on the CT side. Nilo takes so much initiative here when his teammate falls. He knows that he's being split upon from both tunnels and mid, so he has to make a decision. So rather than just standing passively on the site, inviting the pressure in from two different angles, he fights mid and he's with Crizzen. So leaves the bomb site open and they knock the bomb planter off. Sharp shot out of Yabi. It was well handled by Nilo. Double digits for Heroic, but Astralis has found the opener. And Hooksy, look how quickly he's got in catwalk. Stares out mid.
A lot of space being taken after that first kill comes in. Hooksy best Martinez. That's 2 players taken out on A. Keeping a close eye on this smoke. See Stare tucked into the cubby. If you're Astralis and you've killed these 2 players on A, surely you're setting up just to finish here.
You'd assume so, but also in the same breath of that, you got to think about whether players have rotated over. This is why Stare's in mid. He's trying to see if he's heard or seen anything. No one is directly on A anymore. Rollins in CT. 50 seconds. The bomb is going B. So Astralis have got the wrong assessment of this situation. They can be recalled back in. It depends how far Hooksy adventures alongside Yabi. Yeah, they are making that decision now. Hooksy sees nothing. Neither does Yabi. Fuzi will cross over with the C4.
Yeah, okay. All fine. I was a little perplexed. They were just going to go blind into that. Yeah, we even backstabbing Berlin. Astralis get us to 9. This one comes off to some individual picks. Yabi gets that opener out towards long. Hooksy recognizes that might cause some space in towards short. Can't believe he wins out the door to Martinez. No shade, but that's an unexpected one. Now little to hunt. You take away these guns. Oh, this is brutal. This will be Astralis tying us up.
Beautiful shots. And a very simplistic round in nature. You've got the instant headshot out of Yabi. Hooksy takes the space. Stare takes the space. They pause, that they figure out what the reaction is out of Heroic. Martinez then gets caught napping. That's another easy kill. Get tied up. There's a lot of flashes for Hooksy. We also got this mid-front boost up. Roland actually able to get a kill on Yabi as he's falling in the air. Fuzi gets the trade, and this is being mopped up beautifully by Astralis. They're right back in this. After losing 8 rounds in a row, they're about to tie us up 10-10.
I'm looking at Martinez now. He's going to have that open to the next round, and at the moment, it feels like Fuzi is definitely having more impact in the server. Even though Martinez did pick him, for that kind of sequence of rounds in that first half. It's really felt like the AWP has been a little absent.
Bomb has been planted.
Any kills you can get here are nice. Especially if you can get yourself an AK, but that's not going to be made an easy task. No impetus on Astralis to get lost trying to hunt down a deagle.
Oh, nice shot. Any more?
Clean.
Aww. Kind of wanted him to. Especially after how clean the long shot was. This gets dicey. Starts to get a little bit nervous now for your Heroic because you were in the driver's seat. You felt very comfortable. Everything you touched turned to round wins. There's Astralis putting up resistance, and Fuzi saw the cross. Gets the bomb, just about. Why has that been dropped to him like that? Doesn't matter. Doesn't get punished. Nice shot.
That's not what you want. Martinez goes down in the same way Fuzi was going down to Martinez in that first half. Get that pick relatively early. It gives you so much room. Imagine short to be taken. Prison completely alone. He has no utility either. I wouldn't mind, yeah, a split on A. This feels like a good moment to make this sort of call, but getting too lost in this kind of smokes, that could be a problem, but I like it if Huxi walks into CT.
Ooh, okay. This is devious, but Roland not cleared, not traded. 2 quick kills out of the MP9. Prison now stands in. Fuzi and Huxi will at least find kills back, but it's the bomb. That's the biggest concern. 30 seconds. Swaps to the AK. Spam out of Prison. Beautiful. Where's staring all of this? Oh, he's dead on the floor. Huxi's play made redundant by the Brolin MP9. And now he needs to try and get this control. He's just spamming the smokes and jumping. Prison does brilliantly. And Heroic stop all of the shenanigans thanks to 1 MP9.
Yeah, it's just some Heroic plays at doors. Brolin getting a double, not cleared, not really anticipated at all. And then Prison, I mean, I love the way he approaches it, right? Like, pushing back through. Stairs got no idea. Goes ahead of the smoke. This round felt like Astralis had everything they could possibly want to win it. And it's still Heroic that come through thanks to a couple of individuals.
This might just be a pop. Or at least they thought about it. The idea is to get Fuzi an opening kill towards B, and if they achieve that, they can just go straight onto the bomb site. Instead, smoked off. Now you got to look for a different way in. Didn't put any pressure anywhere else, Astralis, in that round. That was your biggest hindrance. Just allowed Heroic to have these advanced lines. Roland's never going to move. Oh, great flash.
Again, Heroic bringing the body in to deal with this, and it's not looking too great, but they managed to get out for a second. Still so many CTs here. They converge upon them. At least this time the bomb goes through the B side. So Fuzi, he can cross, he can get it down. Goes in, can't afford to make a play without his teammates, or without the flash. He comes over and he denies that bomb being planted. Ryu has to now do it alone. Bomb scooped up, planted. Close towards the window. Brolin stepping up and catches him. Didn't look like it even landed. It's Heroic onto map point.
They're just ready for everything. Like, the responsiveness is so good here out of Heroic. I love the little tuck in as well from Susper and Nilo. Just Karen in the corner. Prison does his best Carrigan impression as well. Gets the flashbang over, denies the bomb before it even goes down. And from there, you can just go together. If you're Heroic, you know you've got the numbers. Map point for them. Did say that Dust 2 was a very important map to scoop up in this series for Heroic. Now they've got 2 chances left to do it. Astralis call what might be one of their last pauses of this map. And the bomb hasn't actually gone down in a couple of rounds. It's their money. Might not be perfect.
Yeah, that Berlin Prison round, that could really be haunting the nightmares of Astralis. There's some serious ramifications for Izzy on the scout. Utility lacking. Long stuff from Heroic. 3 players move out to get it. Astralis just slow contact up through short. They've seen nothing yet. It's a pretty good timing if they just want to explode.
And they will. Prison drops the nade in. That creates a little bit of separation. Hoping for headshots and will hit one. Fuzi giving a haircut. Brolan able to follow through with another. At least there's a trade on Prison. So the bomb site's compromised, but it's still this player advantage for Heroic. And now we enter into a similar situation for Astralis that Heroic kept running into. No direct space. He has at least got short, and now we can confirm that no one's coming this direction, but maybe he should be worried about CT. Roland just steps up from ramp. Hooksy able to get a kill, but it's not going to matter, is it? Because they can just defuse. Sus gets the trade, and Heroic will take their map pick 13-10.
Fantastic job from Heroic to take Dust 2. It felt like they were in a commanding control after the first sequence of rounds in that first half, but Astralis really make them work for it. It really felt like they were finding their footing on that T side. It's just that one round that kind of changes the entire tenure, right? That single round from Berlin and Krizin, and that just turns the entire map on its head. Great performances from the individuals as well. Yabi, I think, was providing a lot of output. Fuzi, definitely, we saw a lot more out of him versus Martinez, which is a little surprising, you know, here on Dust 2. But good to see if you're an Astralis fan, of course. Great to see Brolin stepping up after we kind of mentioned he's had some strugglesome outings.
literally making something out of nothing. Then that, you feel me? I'm glad to be in that position because everything is broken.
Every time I elevate, it's something to celebrate. John Jones, I went to heavyweight on these featherweights, but I ain't backing down, I'ma take the weight up another plate. Lean at the crumbs, that's how you eat, let me demonstrate. Decade in the game, I ain't lost a step, I just up the pace. Watch them up the pay, I put in the reps and pick up the chase. Then it up the balance, but we ain't even no miles away. It ain't just a talent, I took the challenge and walked the craze. Fell a couple times, but I got back up with some saving grace. Definitely leader, a pastor still need a preacher. Talk to me when I'm shallow, lend a lens to see deeper, closer in to see higher up. That's too much for the speakers, but ain't much for the thinkers. Clouded, I rush to the lower end to see what's in the deeper. Found a message to send itself with much younger and eager. Keep your youth and maintain your health, cause the future is trouble. But you made for the struggle, and you born with the hustle. Any imagery less than greatness, erase it and double down on your first mind. I come from the worst kind, made life before I found shine. No chain, it was all grind. I'm him and they wanna dim, but my lumen's way off the chart. I'm human, I can't admit, but my spirit up with the stars. I'm clear as I ever been. This feeling won't never end. They watching, I notice, but it ain't knocking the focus. I'm highest and hottest, but I still be I'm a champion, I'm a win, I know. I'm a grind for mine, they can't stop me, no. If I die, it's fine, cause I live to show that it can be done. I'm a champion, I'm a champion. I'm a win, I know. I'm a grind for mine, they can't stop me, no. If I die, it's fine, cause I live to show that it can be done. I'm a champion, I'm a champion. Life been so crazy, I can't do nothing but look high. This is just like I prayed, but ain't like I thought. I'm my way and sitting in my zone while they plotting out my grave. I'm plotting my next stop out state, getting that pay. I kept it true, I can't say how they played. I'm just gonna state what I knew and thank God I got grace. Grace for my years I've been putting in that pain. The bounce back insane, the build up took time, but wiped up the stains. I'm mic'd up is live, tap in, let's get gains. It ain't no more would did or should did. I got too much right now to brain. That's all I know and all I live for. All trying to stop my show. The tour 10 years ain't stopping till it's round the world and back again and back again and back again and back.
Built a legacy that defined generations. But history only remembers those who survive what comes next.
Okay, that's some resistance. Okay, maybe you can. Eating my words.
Faster.
It's bullets. 3. Roll's gonna get
more brutal.
It's being played and it's the line towards ticket move.
Unforgiving. Season 20 is here. Write your name in gold.
Astralis tried their best to bounce back on Dust 2, but it was 8 rounds in a row for Heroic. And then some beautiful mid-round calling out of Crizzen, as well as his firepower to get Dust 2, their choice, over the line. We now head to Ancient. This has been an Astralis staple for a while now, and Stair has been cooking on it. The thing is, he wasn't cooking on Dust 2, and that needs to change here.
Yeah, I was actually just looking at the HTV ratings. I mentioned this to you just before we went back live, but it's crazy. Like, Fruzy, 18 frags, 0.93 rating. Martinez, 9 kills, half of the amount of frags and a 0.96 rating. It's quite funny how that worked out, but it's just the impact of some of those frags. Here's the recent history for both teams. This is where Astralis fell in OT versus Ho2. They beat out Focus, but a close contestation there. Focus are a very good ancient team, so don't get too hung up on that result. For Heroic, we've seen them beat out Focus 13-6, so based on those kind of numbers, Heroic should be looking to take this in 2.
Should be. Oh, if only Counter-Strike worked like that, Lucy. Yeah, I mean, in theory, they beat them with a wider margin. But I think, look, Heroic, when it comes to firepower on this map, I think Sus will be really well integrated. Nilo is a very good player on Ancient. Stake odds now favor Heroic for the series. If you'd like to sign up to Stake, you can use the code STAR35 when you deposit $20. That'll give you a $5 reload every day for 7 days. And as mentioned, Heroic definitely favored in those odds. Makes sense as they just won their map choice. They're no slouches on Ancient either. This is more of an Astralis picking it because it's their comfort. Have to see whether they can rebound in this series. They lose this map, they are out of the qualifier. So a lot on the line here for Astralis.
Yeah, see what they can do. They've had some struggles when it comes to the pistol rounds on their map pick. They have been winning the map more often than not. I'm just going to get a classic out through mid, over towards A, and look at the setup from Heroic. So many bodies towards this A bomb site. If you want to come through Donut, it could get tricky. A couple of instant gushes actually might make things a whole lot easier. The molly forces Kristen into the corner. At least Sus got away, but that's an opening kill, and now you don't need to commit to A.
Look at Nilo. He's got dualies, but he's already on this lurk. This timing is so far advanced that, yeah, you're not going to be ready. And now we've seen everyone going towards this B bomb site. It's a foot race. Brolin puts a smoke in. Are they going to disrespect this? Potentially with theirs. Martinez able to get the first. Brolin on the edge. Able to make this a 3 versus 3. Martinez grabs another. And this bomb now can't be committed. It's a complete overwhelm. A swarm from Heroic. And Ryu now has to do everything in the 1v3.
Smoke's going to fade. Suspect is low. With the one getting the first contact. No, he actually falls back from long. Small timing here for Ryu, but Sus surely going to peek this any moment or play off Brolin's contact. Now all eyes are on towards this cave entrance. Can you isolate any of these fights? You don't. Brolin gets his third. Had some concerns when that smoke went down, and I really thought they were just going to burst through. The smoke looked a little bit too late, but they take that second. They drop theirs, and Martinez able to get there in time because of that slight delay.
I like the Brolin position as well, just on the edge of the smoke, and as he shoots, he's able to catch them. Beautiful round out of Heroic, and that's all facilitated by Nilo's push through A main. As soon as contact is taken, Yabby gets the opener at Donut. Nilo's already round that corner. Sees everyone from Astralis scaling up, so you know that your read is correct. Full eco. Now for Astralis, Prison. Important he doesn't get caught out. In fact, he goes one better. Stair drops immediately. There is that trade. But yet again, you're resting with the idea that it's just blocks, and Martinez again on another flank. Elo will get his kill. 4v2 immediately. As they try and ascend in towards the B bomb site. They plant? No, they can't. Brolin, make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, good stuff from Brolin. We briefly touched on it at the end of that series, but it was really good to see him have such a bounce back into that dust too. Struggled to get Mongols earlier in their series. It was a big part of their success, and he started this one strong. Fast out through mid. Sus doesn't know what hit him.
Oh, but then Ryu just gets blindsided by a quick nade. Yabby looking to take space, but Martinez gets on the angle in time. It's still going to be this commitment out of Astralis, but they can't handle the FAMAS from Nilo. This falls apart. Crizzen, MP9 angle, not good enough to deal with Fuzi. It's a lot of damage, though. And now Brolin on the quick flank. Denies that bomb stare. Yet to get a kill. Will finally announce his arrival in the server. A 1v3. Knows where both of these players are. Brolin has crossed sides and the molly, brilliant. Just to force him closer. Heroic not putting a foot wrong yet on this defense.
Yeah, just great response to what's happening there, right? Opening kill comes through from Astralis so fast out through middle, and you like that scaling towards red, but the break for Nilo, and then seeing no players behind it, right? That allows that focus towards A main. Martinez, I don't think they were expecting that at all in that round. So he gets his, completely scuppers any ability to take fast space. 3-0 up, it's a half buy, and pure AK for Ryu. Through mid they go.
Jackie just lost the Gentlemates. So that is Gentlemates making it through to the play-in. Nilo. Oh, and Crizzen able to get these kills. Getting the bomb over and linking it is going to be the difficulty. Hooksy can't even get a frag. Stare. It's by Nilo. Oh, and had a chance to getting rid of Susp, but that didn't happen. And even if it did, Brolin again on a quick lurk. It's just these extremity pushes. They are coming in at such a rapid pace for Heroic that Astralis just can't get settled. The only time they've been able to get decent space is when they sent Ryu with a Mach 10 in mid. And even then, that was traded within 2 seconds.
It's been very proactive from Heroic in these early stages. Taking some of that space back. As soon as the initial contact comes, it's like they got the perfect idea on what they need to, where they need to push next. Whether that's aiming, whether it's on towards ledge, or re-aggressing in middle. Now going to fight for mid this round. Utility coming out from both sides. Stag gets out into the pocket, and all Susp just about getting away. Can't be heard that he falls back. There has managed to get control of middle, at least for now.
You know about this, though, if you're Heroic, which is why you've got Martinez moving over. Crizzen doesn't get timing. Spam onto Yabi, won't connect either. He's going to try his best to try and bait in Brolin. Astralis now maintain Jaguar. And they've got Donut. So there's a whole lot of room to move if you're Astralis. But Heroic are just hoping they walk their way up to B, because that's where 3 players lie in wait.
This is going to be A. Steris managed to walk into Donut, and you feel, all right, well, with this sort of space, A main and Donut, we just commit. Sus has 1 HP with this AWP. I wouldn't hate if he just threw his smoke now. Oh, speak of it.
There you go.
That's a lot of value. And now the question for Astralis, do you respect this? Because rotations are far away, so Susp and Martinez, they need to come up very good here, or there's just no way into the round.
Roller doesn't see anything at long. And now you see players coming out. All right, Martinez. He finds nothing. And the molly hits Susp and will kill him off. Spam out of Nilo. Good enough for the first, but that's the bomb planted. I think with that, you just have to leave if you're Heroic. Spoke a lot about the proactive plays and the push-in. Because mid was open, they didn't feel comfortable going down that B ramp and having a look. And as a consequence, they get the read wrong because they are just so in the dark about what's going on. It feels like a player always has to hold red room in case that flank comes in. Good grouping out of Astralis. Clean entries on towards A. First gun round now being locked up by them.
Martinez just needed to get his kill. Couldn't find it. Susp, you can't really blame him. He had 1 HP. So well worked with the space given over. First round for Astralis comes through. start over towards B this round. That's not going to be as contested in mid early. So he's able to garner that control. Stair not pushing out. Heroic are favoured by Stake to take this and subsequently the series. 4-1 start certainly helping things.
Oh. Spam is so close every time for Crizzen. Needs to get that reload in. This one's a bit weirder for Astralis because you've got space, but... Oh, okay, well, you did have space. Crazy spam out of Crizzen. Yabby feels like he's safe and secure in that smoke, but no, gets removed immediately. They drop the smokes on A, but it's going to be this B commitment. Martinez. Oh, walks straight into Fuzi. Crizzen. Oh, had an idea about peeking. I'm still curious about middle and what Astralis have got going on. It's almost like they want to wrap B, but Nilo's there. And you're right, Hooksy's got the C4. 35 seconds, Nilo. Does he get caught? He does. I don't think that he's got any idea. No. Timing caught. Crizzen will find Hooksy. That's the bomb, and that invites Brolin on the angle down ramp. 25 seconds. You know these last two players are over at red.
Yeah, I mean, you can't win this round, can you, Astralis? Getting the bomb and planting it, it's just not possible. Well, certainly not now. Stairs left with nothing he can do. Gonna die after time, and he will not be allowed to. Brolin 9-0. That one's curious, that decision to have the fight through red room. It works out, but kind of left these two players on ramp a little isolated.
It leaves them vulnerable, especially when Yabby gets caught here. You get the pick out of Fuzi, and you think, okay, well, now's the time to go. But Crizzen's timing is brilliant to drop Hooksy. That takes all the attention for Fuzi. That's enough for Brolin to walk around the corner. Stressful times, and now maybe even desperate measures for Astralis. Timeout being called in. 4 rounds to the deficit on your selection of Ancient. And they've been without a bomb plant for the majority of these rounds. Really been enjoying the way Crizzen has just got so much confidence. Spoken obviously about his individual form, but with that breathes in a lot of confidence, and the timing's just being correct and on point for Heroic. Everyone's pulling their weight. Massive nades towards the middle of the map. Nilo will take the brunt of them. But that's until Stair just walks into the nade. Nilo goes swinging. First kill belongs to him, and the second to Sus. Yabby over the top, only able to find one. It's a brilliant trade out of Sus. Through the smoke goes Hooksy, and Fuzi's got a deagle. Hang on a second. This is spiraling out of control a little bit for Heroic. 2 versus 2. Crizzen can't overextend. He'd be put in the crossfire. Now Martinez starts to make the issue. Pushing through main. Holding for Hooksy. And Fuzi's just waiting for Crizzen to get active. But surely that doesn't happen.
It's going to play their sights. Hooksy's going to come and link up. Crizzen steps down, but... Oh, actually, they're going back. Crizzen's timing on this is fantastic. Middle is where Astralis want to go here. If they go through main, well, we can see who's waiting. It feels like mid's the more logical direction to take this. Donut to A. Or do you scale up heaven?
Oh, no.
Either way, you're greeting someone, and Crizzen's just done a circle back to where he started.
Timing.
Oh no, timing. Who's it favor? It favors Hooksy. Unlucky for Crizzen. Martinez. Does he really want to give this a go? He has $600.
Can get a rifle. You might just lead out with the AWP. Oh, Fuzi and Hooksy swinging together. That's an easy kill. Is he ready for Cade? Yes, he is. Look at that from Martinez. Diligent in his clears. $600 or not. He's still able to make things happen here for Heroic. Even gets a best molly for his troubles. The fact that he's so ready But both of those players in towards Cave is a thing of beauty. And Astralis, they can't catch a break.
Yeah, just doesn't overrush it, right? Takes his time. Knows that first kill. He's given himself a golden opportunity to close this round. I mean, this round always felt like it was heroics after this exceptional hold in towards middle. But it's a brilliant shot from Fuzi's Deagle and a great timing here that sets it up at Martinez. What a close. That's crossing for Astralis. They thought they'd work their way into one that weren't quite expected to win. Now boost up. Well, this fine success. Sus bring out that smoke. But it's Brolin with another open. 10-1 is Brolin. Down and oh, it's so free for Sus. Thanks for the sound cue.
Now Crizzen just fires one bullet to take the attention. They're being wiped. This is so difficult now for Astralis. They've got to group up B. The only space they've really got that is concrete is Fuzi through the double doors. And even that doesn't feel like much of a luxury. You got enough utility to get you in. But as I say that, it's mainly dominated by mollies. There's only one smoke here for Astralis. So it's going to be another creepy crawl into an angle, just trying to win a fight. Crizzen's got all the block utility. As soon as he sees his players in cave, he'll just drop the util.
Crizzen's position, but yeah, it's not going to upset too much. It's kind of forced to fight. Oh, forced indeed, and it is not where they like that one to go. Hooksy will at least get one up onto the side, but the bomb was dropped in towards cave. There's nothing to be had here for him. Crizzen on the other side. IGL on IGL violence, and it's Crizzen that reigns supreme.
I mean, top performer for Heroic on Dust 2, and in total on the server. And Crizzen just does it again. There's double mollies, there's a break on that cave smoke, and they just still walk straight into him. Martinez with a wry laugh. It's 7 rounds on this CT side for Heroic, and there hasn't been just a lot that Astralis can do. The fact that they fall off the boost, it's so simple. This is probably the freest round that we've seen so far for Heroic, and all of them have felt fairly convincing. It's going to get worse. Oh, a lot worse.
USP, 14 HP, he doesn't care. Quad kill for Crizzen. And when he's in this sort of form, playing such an important position too, amount of impact he's having in the server. He's got Brolin smiling and laughing.
I'll tell you what, the vibes of Brolin has been really good since joining this team. Obviously, he points out that he's had some slow performances, but I mean, the B contingent have got 23 kills between them. They've got over a 3 KD. Add up everything. Straight out middle again. Sus, surely. Spotted stare. Flashbang. Brilliant. But it doesn't quite work. Yabby's also dealt with Crizzen. That molly surely is going to seal the deal on the fate of stare. Yeah, burned alive. But Ryu's out A. Yabby's up close on Brolin. His gun barrel... Oh, in fact, never mind. So I was going to say, the gun barrel might actually block Yabby, but he doesn't actually clear the angle. Suspin donut. Martinez holding tempo. Ryu surely locks this one in. Unless Susp can do the unthinkable. Win a 1v4. Astralis will get their second round, but it feels like it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, that one's only going to be different if the Yabby fight doesn't go that way, or if Martinez can get that kill. That's easy for Yabby. There's a chance there. Then they could have really put a threat into the round. Astralis get one back, only their second in this half, and that doesn't favor them in the odds at all. Heroic feeling like they've got this one with such a dominant first half and they can make it even better. But the AWP picks Brolin.
Now you go, surely. Although you can't really because your teammates in middle were pretty disconnected. If Martinez shot, little does he know that he would have got that kill with the wall bang. Sus in the cubby. It's Nilo spam that then rings out. That's not going to connect a single point of damage. Prison always a menace. Over towards Jaguar. And Stair isn't going to be ready for Sus's position. So he'll claim the kill. 4v4 as Astralis Group B. And there's only one man here.
Yeah, you need to send players back. Nothing has come through A, and you've got full mid control. Sus needs to rotate. He needs to move with haste. Kristen's got no way of delaying this. Sus gets here. He's got an incendiary. Oh, but Kristen's just been removed. Caught out, and Sus falls immediately after. So B, broken open. Astralis will get their third.
Yeah, weird round out of Heroic in terms of understanding what was going on there. Because you've got an active angle in towards middle. And you haven't seen anyone there. You might think that they come through A main, but Roland was picked so early out of Fuzi. You then got that mind game of, well, they've got the kill. Are they going to commit up here or are they going to rotate to A? And I think that's the gamble that Krisen called because there wasn't an immediate reaction after finding the opening pick. There wasn't that scaling. There wasn't the utility dropped in. So it was actually called calm in a round that required a little bit more information being gathered by Heroic. This would be really nice for Astralis if they're able to take this 8-4, if they're able to disrupt Nilo's M4 and Martinez's AWP. I think they'll be able to hold on to the sniper at least. But the buy around it isn't going to be the prettiest.
Wow, Liquid actually did it.
Really?
In two. Yorko, focus will miss him. He's really thriving in the new environment, it looks. Good for him. We love it when a tier 2 player gets to step up. And he kind of exploded onto the scene out of nowhere, to be honest.
Alicia had a 2.01 rating on Nuke.
Not bad, not bad. Unlocked by his old IGL. Back into this one. Last round of the first half. Astralis looking to make it 4, which with the pistol suddenly comes back into a closer situation. And it starts well for them. Fuzi ahead of the util gets the opening pick.
Yeah, easy kill. It's interesting seeing the fact that Heroic have gone from a double mid setup, taking the space, to now just Susp doing it by himself. You're never going to manage that efficiently just by him being the sole player. Martinez doesn't realize the danger he potentially could be in. Although neither does Hooksy.
The split.
Well, that's the bomb. Roland now I think understands what's going on. Fuzi on the angle, misses the shot on the MP9. And you know the bomb's been dropped too. Nilo's now making his way through middle. And Ryu, whilst he's holding Donut, he's got to adjust on towards Red Room. Roland making a move. There goes the Ryu fight. In goes the Brolin kills. He runs through the smoke off of the Nilo contact. That is picture perfect for Heroic. And now Yabi, who started the round outside B, has got the bomb on his back short. But they have just been undone by a beautiful bait and switch of a drive-by SMG. It might be Astralis now just crashing out of this qualifier. Beautiful kills out of Yabi. 20 seconds. There's a world in which he could do this. A 1v4 would be immaculate. He looks back for another kill, and now he's put it into the 1v1. This would be absurd. But he's got no idea where Martinez is. Bomb not committed. He checks every angle. Finally planting, but Martinez surely gets on the line. Yabby's looking for kills and he's run out of time. He plays himself. And Heroic will have 9 rounds on this CT side.
Disappointing into the half for Astralis after it really felt like they were building up into it. A great sequence, and unfortunately the clutch denied. Take nothing away from Heroic. That was an 9-1 scoreline they were on. 8-1, and then they get their final round at the end. 2 lots of 4 and a dominant CT half. Astralis, this needs to be an incredible CT side or they're going to miss out on this opportunity to get through to the play-ins.
Cancel on the util. Double donut. Triple A. They're walking. But cleared. But Yabby stands tall. Nilo surely never ready for Fuzi. Beautiful out of Astralis. Crunching on the contact. And Crisen's been good. But not this good. Fuzi with the dualies. Gets a multi. Yabby stands tall in donut. And Astralis will get the pistol.
All right, that one comes pretty safely and easily. Don't need to sweat too hard. Nice multis coming through. A long way to go. But a good step in the right direction. Shouldn't be any sort of force here either, so it'll have to be an eco from Heroic. He's got the McDonald's cup. Not quite the beaker that Russ was drinking out of yesterday. Some interesting vessels get adopted. Not wasting any time here.
Peek him, Hooksy. Okay. Stair will get the kill. Money made for Astralis. Yeah, that's nice. So just get it over with. It's just an eco, you're on Glocks. And now comes the gun rounds. Stair and Ryu. They need to be the ones to step up. Thank you to Lorgar. Prime the PCs for the main event, www.lorgar.com. If you want to play like the pros do here at StarSeries. Ryu. Now, has to be careful. It looks like Heroic are just going to walk into B.
Yeah, I mean, look at the timing of it. No one's here. Astralis is going back to clear mid.
Little do they know.
Hooksy is completely alone. He's going to try and drop this smoke. Will they just commit through it? I hope they do. And, oh, the smoke actually lands a little bit too late. Takes ages to actually appear.
Keep your eye on Susp.
They don't go. Susp, he does. And actually gets the player to the left. 3-on-3. Yabby keeping control of middle. What looked like a fantastic timing. That might have just been missed. Well, it still is only the one player because he starts to move over.
They've got a smoke on Brolin. They need to put it on the site, though. This weird pause is causing a lot of uncertainty here. In goes the smokes and the flashbang over. Spam not connecting. Incendiary and Nate combo wall, though. Martinez burning alive. Shaves off half of his HP bar immediately. Brolin on the angle, beautiful. Ryu dealt with. Fuzi maybe next up on the chopping block, and it is courtesy at the hands of Martinez. Yabi, who did so well to lock down mid, now has to concede the fact that Heroic have breached the bomb site. He can't really go for this. Has to just save and slink away and spawn. Love the after plant with Brolin on the angle, then Martinez taking the next contact.
Yeah, I mean, what a shot from Brolin. That is not an easy one. And Martinez just steps in. You're expecting the swing to come out from Brolin, but not even required.
Terrorists win.
Beautifully played from Heroic. Thought they maybe missed their opportunity when they didn't immediately capitalize off the kill on Hooksy. Obviously worried about additional players there, which is why they don't immediately go up. They managed to work it well. Guns come out and Heroic immediately finds success. That is now double digits.
Really thought they'd blundered the time in there, Heroic. It turns out they're fine in the end. So many things going right for them as well in that round, in terms of Fuzi not spamming the smoke immediately. They waited a couple of seconds before they dropped the incendiary and the nade as well. So Martinez only loses half his life. These small things that should be immediate aren't being delivered. Heroic, of course, heavily favoured to take Ancient here. And double the scoreline of Astralis. And the buy's on his last legs as well. Break on the smoke. Fuzi doesn't see anything.
Might get a chance here, though. Oh, it's a boost up. Oh, and the double scope in. That's frustrating for Fuzi. A fantastic pick for Martinez. They're going to go back towards A, knowing that that sniper is not part of the equation.
So it's just Yabi on the boost. And he's been the best player for Astralis when it comes to trying to locking down areas of the map. Has to walk away with a multi-kill here. Rotates so far away. Prison cleared, and then it's the triple swing out of Heroic. They're all in, and in this round, Astralis should be all out. Probably made a certainty in the second here with Brolin. Ryu, dead, dealt with, and he knows about Hooksy as well. Heard him moving in towards cave. Hooksy can't trade. Brolin has been exceptional. Stare through the smoke, only able to find the first. He's going to give this a go. 30 seconds, bomb not down yet. Maybe he can make something happen. Nilo tucked, bomb being committed, but now he's probably committed himself into losing his life. Difficult to try and untangle all of this, although the kill isolated. Second one, all collected. Runs out of ammo. Brolin goes round the corner. No smoke, no kit. Brolin's just in the open. It's planted for him as well. It's there with the tap. Now the walk in. Brolin knows he can just wait. Maybe play patiently. Nice try out of Stare. Makes the impossible look possible, but Brolin gets the kill. Sus will laugh it off. And Heroic kill all of Astralis and take all their weapons.
Oh, Stare. You know what? If he gets that kill, he's got it. Even though the time's low, there was a kit dropped by Yabi in main. It could have been scooped up. That one is a real treat from Stare and a real shame. Just like the Yabi clutch, right? It comes so close and it's this final moment. It just doesn't play out. Brolin, a brilliant round. 2 huge lurk kills. He is so clean with it at the moment. Ensures that one isn't lost. Just knows, okay, I'm the last one left. I'm just going to play this properly. Back in towards Donut. He's on like 17 kills at the moment. As you say, everything lost from Astralis. They had no penny saved.
Oh, they're forcing.
It's pistols. It's an MP9. They force into it. They do not want to allow 12.
By doing this and losing, though, you're basically allowing 13. Double stage loss. And this is so smart out of Heroic. Really good call coming through from Crizzen. That smoke missed as well from Yabi. I really thought they were going to go. Instead, they don't. Stair and Ryu take all of B. Hooksy's got mid on lock. Surely the commitment comes. Oh, Brolin seems so certain about Ryu in this corner. He could molly him.
If he goes contact, that might not work out. He's looking for the clear, but the instant 5-7 headshot. I don't think they're going to consider Yabi's position.
I'm kind of worried about them.
Bruce is going to take the contact here. And Yabi, oh, what can he get? What can he get? Eagle, uncleared. Oh, drive-by. But Hooksy, he'll get a double. And that's now made it very interesting. Ryu comes over with the AK. Fruzy. 15 seconds left.
Throw the AWP out.
He's lost the round. He's just leaving. He wants to save the AWP. Oh, that kills enticed him back, but then the clock immediately sends him out.
They second-guess themselves. They second-guess themselves, and Yabi also missed an A-smoke. If they just go in with all the util, they would have been absolutely fine. It would have just been Yabi, little did they know it. Even if it was a stack, you're molly in big box, you're molly in default, you got the smoke in at CT and Donut. You can even drop an extra molly in towards Temple if you wanted. It's beautiful out of Hooksy, but it is squandered by Heroic. At least for now.
Big fight brewing. Stair wants to get aggressive, and he's found two off it. Nilo looking for answers elsewhere, and, well, he's actually managed to make this interesting. Crizzen picks up the AK. Yabi now set. Oh, this fight's critical, and Yabi will win it. Crizzen sent packing, and Astralis. They're back into this.
Yeah, I love that. Run boost for Stair. Gets over really quickly. You're utilizing him in the best possible way. Great multi-kill. Deal with the force. Martinez starts to feel a little bit uncomfortable. The Stripes have really kept themselves in this game. 11-5. To now, 11-8. Let's be real, these Glocks are going to achieve an awful lot. Stair loves this play. In towards heaven. He'll get the kill. Come through the smoke. Straight to their deaths.
Flawless. As expected. But good for the road ahead. No need for stress yet for Heroic. They still have a 4-round lead. 3, sorry. They're going to make it 4. Starting out towards middle. He's found a little pocket to work. There are 2 players in red looking to just break the smokes and catch the timing. It's not going to be allowed. 3 HEs to try and break this. And off the shot, Sus crosses, Fuzi leaves.
Crizzen, how diligent is he? Very, but Hooksy still gets the fight. Fuzi's fallen in the meanwhile on this B bomb site. Elo's got the kill. Hooksy, oh, forced into the open. Ryu will get the trade immediately. Double kill found. That spare man on B. Not expected by Heroic. Now into this. I mean, the only space they guarantee, they know they've just got is cave. And at the same time, Stair and Ryu are going on an adventure. Pushing down the ramp. You hear the smoke ring out. I don't think you're expecting to see Heroic, even if it's one player, maybe, but definitely not two. Maybe not even one. Martinez is able to find Ryu, but there we go. That second element, definitely not considered. Astralis, they're back.
Beautiful round from Ryu. Steps in behind. Hooksy is on fire and needed that bailout. A double kill there. And you've lost that control. You got to take it elsewhere. Moving in tandem. Okay, now it's
робити далі. Тобто є опція просуватися по мідлу та займати для себе там редрум, можливо, піти рашанути донат, і бачимо, що все ж таки у вікно вони йдуть, і йдуть то взагалі в 4. Цікаво. Цікаве рішення.
Ну, рішення цікаве. Тут питання в іншому, а чи спрацює воно? Адже для фізіти зрозуміло, що мід віддається, тому на редрум треба дивитися. А тут таке обережне підтискання з доната, і Ніло сюди дивиться. Ябі першим обережно. Так і помітив, напевно, Даніела. Тому так впевнено відкрився. Може просто Фізі. Ой, наскільки Фізі далеко тут насправді зайшов зі своїм мавіком. Стігло просто серія кілів. Астраліс виходять на рахунок 10-11. Хоча, здавалося, програвали вони вщент. 5-11 в переважній більшості випадків. Це вже перемога, але не зараз. Один раунд відстані. І, напевно, саме час для Героїк свою останню паузу прописувати. Нема такого відчуття. Або зараз, або стоп-кран вже не натиснути.
Я не знаю, вже такі... Ну, такі вже просто, я не знаю, чи допоможе ця пауза, тому що я дивлюсь, знаєш, вони там сміялися, там навіть Бролан, коли вони 11-5 вигравали, там взагалі там на камеру рофлив, типу, не знаю, тут вже такі проблеми якісь, тут Крізен розколює щось доволі впевнено, тобто ось Крізена нема такого, та, що він якийсь розгублений, тобто він там щось впевнено колив зараз, ну і треба вирішувати, тому що тут ситуація така важка. Да і при тому тут, знаєш, вже, напевно, не йде розмова про прям перемогу Героїк на цій мапі. Тут би до овертаймів насправді дотягнути, тому що економіка у Астраліс феноменальна, і якогось такого еко від них не буде, якщо Героїк навіть
так, і в цьому проблема. Хоча Героїкам вже самим, знаєш, якось буде 12 раунд набрати, а там вже другу половину додаткових захистів вони грати. Це якось на краще спрацює. Оу, помилка від Штейра! Напевно, не найкращий пік його виконанні. Бролан перестрілює. Нарешті 18-й кіл дає Людвіг наразі. Команда Героїк чисту перевагу отримує 5-4. Хоча зайнятих позицій нічого нема. Вони тусуються в 4 під Ельбо. Ну і тільки Бролан відповідає за підтискання рампи. Які наступні дії? Центр займати?
Ну, та, напевно, але цікаво, зараз віддали смок в КТ на А. Якось не зрозуміло. Типу фейк, чи що це таке? Навіщо цей смок віддавати? Я не дуже розумію. Я би, знаєш, я би зрозумів, якби вони не віддавали молік на мідл. Тому що віддаючи молік на мідл, ось туди в джангл, вони, ну, дають інформацію, що вони займають мідл. А навіщо тоді смок КТ? Я не розумію.
Ну, вони, напевно, хотіли, якби спочатку складалося враження, що вони хочуть фейканути і піти на Б. Але Астраліс не повелися на цей фейк, а Героїк просто відстрілили донат, і зараз для них зрозуміло, що можна просто сюди на сайт виходити. Єдине, що в них смоків нема. А, ось підкинули щойно, та він просто в польоті якраз таки був. Остання надія на розвій. Тіло під цей розвій зносить Фуксі. Красивий кіл. А Бролан взагалі в спині. Пані та панове, зараз буде обходити Фізі і вбивати його. Ну, Арю на центрі мапи. Вітаємо! Пані та панове, Героїк після свого тайм-ауту все ж таки дотисли, виграли 12 раунд. Щоправда, динаміка все одно складається так, ніби овертайму ми з вами можемо подивитися, адже вже до кінця цієї половини в Астраліс будуть гроші.
Так, цілком ймовірно тут, але героїки з себе, знаєш, цим раундом рятують від провалу, тому що уяви, якби героїки, виграючи 11-5, і граючи проти Форсу, та, з 5-7, програли би цю мапу з рахунком 11-13. Ну це був би, я не знаю, повний тільт. А так хоча б овертайми, тобто зараз трошечки вже можуть видихнути гравці команди Heroic, вже вони там не програють цю мапу, ну, в основний час не програють, да? І що найголовніше для них, це те, що в них є зараз дві повноцінні спроби закрити цю мапу, закрити цю серію, вибити команду Astralis і впевнено перемогти у цій серії з 2-0.
Там буде неочікувано. Шановний чат, я знаю, що у вас є відповідь на це питання. Який кайф був ось приматчем на поточному Best of 3? Ну, зрозуміло, що Astralis мали бути фаворитом, але ну наскільки? Тут поки що 3 центр від гравців команди захисту проти вірки гравців нападу. Зараз буде просто бійня, фраг від Фізі, а на розмін не встиг вийти зараз Сус. Зараз чиста перевага для Astralis. Ну, таке сумнівне щось. Недостатньо щільно, насправді, гранатами, здається, попрацювали. Дуже доволі просто. Цей фраг був зроблено. Ідуть відтискати Кейв, на Кейві знову засідка. Ховається Рю, ховається Хуксі.
Важкий має бути раунд для Heroic, тому що Ой, тут, слухай, а може бути і легше, тому що Бролен знайшов фраг по Хуксі, але Сас вирішив, якось, надто дешево, як на мене, піти в смок, його забрав. Не влучає, до речі, який важливий фраг. Грізен не влучив, але Бролен знову просто повертає свою команду в гру. Це 3-3 ситуація, це зайнятий бомплен для команди Heroic, і якось команді Astralis це діло треба ретейкати. Звичайно, там деф'юз кіти є, вони є там і Молік у Фізі, але як це ретейкати, це буде дуже важко.
Але не неможливо. Тут питання в тому, наскільки вдало Грізен зіграє зі своїм авіком, бо він не снайпер, і він... Бем! Влучає! Все, фрагає Штейра. Ябі ніби вийшов, але на Кейві 2 людини. Третій ховається на рампі. Залишається секунд 15 до вибуху бомби. Ябі помітив! Але паралельно Грізен і Бролан поставили крапку. Це все ж таки перемога. Перемога, пані та панове, Героїк з рахунком 2-0. Можемо вітати. Хоча, до речі, знаєш, що написали? На Astralis було 2-10, а на Героїк 1-68. Героїк тут були фаворитами в зустрічі, уявляєш?
Ні,
тобто
це,
зараз ми
мені
просто
здається,
побачили...
Це фейк.
Фейк?
Я бачив типу 1,7 на Astralis. Тобто я не клянусь там, да, але мені здається, я так бачу. Або, можливо, я просто так наговорив на чесну людину, і я помилився, не знаю, не впевнений.
Ти думаєш, в нашому чаті Твіча можуть брехати? Та ні, no way, не може такого бути. 0 шансів, шановні. Отже, Героїк стають останньою командою, котра проходить в плей-офф StarLadder StarSeries Fall 2026, європейські закриті кваліфікації. Ну, зараз я перевірю про всяк випадок. Ну да, всі інші вже вийшли. Отже, в нас є повний стак. Значить,
that group. Hotu, who beat out